Hello everyone and welcome back guys to a brand new video where today we're here back on F1 2020. Obviously this weekend of course is the Bahrain Grand Prix. I'm sure none of you need any reminding about that. Obviously just 2 days to go when this video goes live. We will be kicking off the Bahrain GP weekend. Obviously yeah, very excited for the Grand Prix this weekend and obviously the start of a brand new Formula 1 season. If you missed out the video we made a couple of days ago where we did a last to first as Lewis Hamilton, I would definitely recommend going back and checking out. It was a genuinely incredible race that we had on F1 2020. A lot of action, despite it just being a 14-lap race around the Bahrain Grand Prix circuit. But this weekend though as well, obviously with the start of the new Formula 1 season, Codemasters have sent out a challenge to us content creators, part of the Racing Ahead crew. Now, for those of you guys that aren't aware, the Formula 1 games are actually made fairly close to me in the UK, in a city called Birmingham, obviously for those of you guys that are based further around the world. Now, near where the Formula 1 games are made, there is actually a charity hospice called the St Mary's Birmingham Hospice, which provides support for free of charge to people and their families living with life-limiting illnesses around the Birmingham area here in the UK. And this year they have launched the Raise Your Game Challenge, so something a little bit different, obviously to try and encourage people to get into gaming in the name of charity. So Codemasters have teamed up with them for a little bit of a challenge this weekend for us content creators, where we are going to head to the Bahrain Grand Prix circuit and see just how quick we can set a lap time around this circuit. Now, I'm not the fastest person on the F1 games anymore. I used to actually be pretty good at them a couple of years ago, if I do say so myself as well. But yeah, over the last couple of years, I've really sort of struggled with pace. I haven't played the games as much, unfortunately, in sort of a competitive environment, obviously where I've been trying to make more videos for you guys. So it's going to be interesting to try and jump back into this here today and see just how quickly we can go around this circuit. Obviously, all the information you guys need, obviously, if you are interested in donating to the St Mary's Hospice as well, it will be down in the description below as well. But yeah, heading though to this weekend, the world record then around Bahrain is, I'm going to say it's probably Kowalski, I'll be honest, on a 1:23.976 there, the only man down into the 1:24s with a legitimate lap time. Now, there's no way on earth I'm going to be able to break that and set a new lap record here, but I'm going to aim for a top 500. Now, I'm not too sure where that would put me, in all honesty. I'm not obviously going to spend 20 minutes trying to scroll down the order, but there is a catch. I'm going to be giving myself just 30 minutes to see how quickly we can set a lap around this circuit. I'm going to guess top 500 is probably going to be a high 1:24. Now, my PB, as you can see, is currently a 1:26.0 that was set pretty much not long after the game came out, actually, back in last July. But yeah, let's see what we can do then around the Bahrain Grand Prix circuit. Like I said at the start, all of the information you guys need will be down in the comments below, or down in the top line of the description below. There we go, P500, actually just outside 500, if this is one of my good friends, the Humperdinck, otherwise known as Luke. They're on a 1:24.884, so the target for us is going to be a 1:24.882 to get through there. But yeah, let's dive in then here to the Bahrain Grand Prix Challenge. Right, we're here then, ready at the Bahrain Grand Prix circuit, and I forgot just how ridiculous time trial setups are on F1 2020 there. This is actually by my good friend Amazed as well. We're going to be making some alterations though to it, because it's a little bit too extreme for my liking. Obviously, time trial is about trying to hook up the ultimate lap, hence why these these setups are the way they are. But yeah, you can see we pretty much changed everything slightly from Connor's OP pad traction setup thing. But let's head out then for our first lap around the Bahrain Grand Prix circuit. Yeah, we'll wait and see as to what we can achieve on this first run then, as we head down in towards the final corner, ready to start our first flying lap. How loose is the rear end? Not too bad as we head out of the final corner then. Top end speed is actually slightly down on the 1:26.0 we've done many months ago. We should be able to go a lot quicker than that though, I'd hope pretty quickly in this session. Now obviously, oh, there we go, nice snap of oversteer through the first couple of corners. I've just about got away with that. We'll probably ride on board throughout most of this first lap. Oh, yeah, this setup is loose. There's no denying that. As I think, what's the target time someone else has set? Not too sure what the time to beat is by someone else. You can see we are actually a fair bit quicker though in a few places. This is my old Ghost doesn't get a particularly good run up the hill. But I mean, 1.2 seconds over myself is maybe a bit optimistic to try and find, as we're still not gaining much time on that lap that we have done. So this might be quite a tall order at the end of the day. Heading down in towards the final sector, accidentally downshifting there, that's not going to help us as we head back up the hill in towards the final couple of corners, and that's not going to help us at all either. We may as well finish off this lap, see what the time could have been down in towards the final corner of the Bahrain Grand Prix. It's going to be a high 126 by the looks of it, unless we can absolutely nail the final corner. Doing in a little bit of time of my previous lap, so it is going to be a mid 126, then a 26.598. We need to find 1.7 seconds though, and that seems like quite a mountain to climb, but we'll get on with it. I was a little bit rusty when I jumped back onto F1. It normally takes me a couple of laps to get back into the groove of things, and obviously especially with a setup like this that feels like it's on a knife edge, it might just take me a couple more before obviously we can get the muscle memory and really get a much better run though through the first couple of corners straight off the bat. 2 tenths up, and that's exactly what I mean. We are running a lot more wing though apparently than previous times I've done round here. Still getting a little bit of wheel spin out of the next couple of corners down the hill. Obviously this is a challenge that you guys can get involved in as well if you want to. Would definitely love to see some of you guys absolutely rinsing my time obviously over the course of the weekend. Obviously make sure you tag me in your attempts on Twitter as well. But yeah, so far though this lap has been a whole lot better as we head down on towards the back bottom. Technically, I don't really know. This doesn't really count as the back straight, does it, really? You've got like 4 different options for a back straight around this circuit. We're a good 6 tenths up, though. We didn't get a particularly great run through there once more, but as long as we keep it nice and tidy, hopefully get a new benchmark lap on the board. We're trying to open up the exits. That's always what the Bahrain Grand Prix circuit is all about as well. Trying to make sure you get nice runs and use all the curbing both on entry and exit. Oh, a big lock-up though through the final corner. It's going to cost us a lot of time as we head up towards the line. It is going to be an improvement though. We're down into the 125, so 125.6. But another second, well, another 8 tenths still to find. One thing I've always struggled with on the F1 games, of course, is trying to make sure you short shift a lot on the corner exits. I much prefer just try and manage the throttle. It's just not as quick on more of the modern F1 games, sort of like since F1 2016 really. I'd argue probably even F1 2015 to be honest as well. But so far though this lap is another improvement. As we come down towards the final corners, we're about a tenth up, but obviously we didn't make that mistake last time round through the final turn. Oh no! And that's the thing with these incredibly loose setups, it'll still keep doing that to me. That was definitely about 25.3 though that time round, so we are definitely getting there. And straight away on the next attempts, as before I even get onto the lap, I managed to do the same thing. That was close. Not too sure I managed to keep that in a straight line, but that was a rather impressive save, if I do say so myself. Still about a tenth and a half down though as we head in towards the final corner. Can we find the time? Obviously based on the mistake we made last time round. Yes, we can. We're going to be about a tenth up as we cross the start-finish line then. So that is going to take us down almost into the 125 falls. We're still just finding more and more time. Definitely a lot more that we can do though. That time round we managed to Verstappen it. Oh, not a particularly good run towards the end of Sector 2, but we're still about another couple of tenths up as we head in towards the penultimate corner of the lap. Oh, that was right on the limit. On the curb there, pretty much at the inside wheel on the white line, but one more turn to go. Again, a little bit of hesitation on the throttle on the exit. It's going to cost us a bit of time to get up towards the line, but it is going to be a 25.355. So we're still definitely getting quicker and quicker, but we've got splits to at least be close now to a 25.0. Very next lap, we're another 10.5 up as we head in towards the final corner. We're definitely another bit on the table. We're definitely starting to get more into the groove at the moment around the final corner. Again, yeah, we're going to be about 10.5 up. Is this going to be a 25.1? Yes, it is. 25.19. 3 more tenths of a second. We are getting there. This is definitely possible. Just been doing a couple of laps, obviously. Just seeing where we're strong and where we're struggling and losing time on our personal best. It's definitely still a little bit of time left on the table, but I think, to be honest, that 24.882 that we've set ourselves as the goal is probably going to be about the limit for me in terms of pace around this circuit. This lap, again, hasn't been particularly brilliant, but it is going to be about 25.3. But we're definitely still finding time. I think the ghost that it set us now is just quicker than the time we need as well. So that's a good benchmark to try and chase at the moment, but we're still just getting slowly more and more in the groove. That's been a nice run through the first couple of corners. They seem to be really strong through Sector 1. It's just through the more technical bits. We're losing a bit of time here and there. Much better run towards the end of Sector 2 once again. As long as we don't make any mistakes. This might be another PB, as again we're just a little bit tentative on the throttle, but we've found 2 tenths. As we head down in towards the final couple of corners, this could be a 124. As long as we don't make any mistakes through the final turn. Get on the throttle nice and tidy. Yeah, it is going to be a 224 even, I should say. There we go, 224.997. So we need 1 more tenth, and we've got about 10 minutes to try and find it left on the half-hour clock. Come on, let's keep going. Losing a lot of time through that penultimate corner to this ghost. I don't know if he's running slightly more wing than myself or what, but anyway, we were about 10th up at one point on this lap, but we haven't been able to hold on to it around the final corner. Yeah, we're going to end up just under a 10th down, so we're still right there or thereabouts. We just need to get that 1 lap where we get everything hooked up, and then hopefully we can try and, yeah, get this 24.8. Just can't seem to get the run at turn 9, turn 10 anymore. I don't know what it is. We're losing like a 10th every lap round there. It was a good line up the hill though. Once again, so we're still there or thereabouts. But again, I've just got no confidence through there. And that's going to invalidate the lap. Yeah, there we go. Really haven't got long left to try and get this lap, and we're setting so many low 25s at the moment. We just need to get that 1 lap where we get it all hooked up. We've definitely got the splits for the target as we head back down through turn 1. Certainly, yeah, starting to learn all the nuances of really trying to get the most at the F1 game again. Obviously just trying to really balance the car on the edge of the grid. I was lucky not to be an invalidation. Way too early on the brakes. And then horrible run on the exit of the corner as well. We're just trying to push to the absolute limit, and it's still not working for us. We really haven't got much time left on the clock. I think we might only get 1, maybe 2 more runs in. Well, that was a new one. Never had that before. I feel like the back end lifted up over the curb and it just flung me sideways. Oh. I didn't want to say anything there because we were about 10th up on the back straight. We lost a bit in through the S's, but just clipped the inside curve, and that has always been, I think since what, by F1 2017, that's been the death curve around this track. We'll go for, I think, 1 final proper lap. But I don't really want to give up just yet. I really want to hit this goal anyway now. I'll be honest, no matter what is the time frame. But yeah, let's try and go for 1 last absolute fly then. See if maybe, just maybe, this one can be the lap around the Bahrain circuit. Oh! Just ran wide with 2 corners to go. What would this time have been? if we got it all hooked up through the final corner, would it have been enough? No, no it wouldn't, because apparently I'm still doing that. We might have gone slightly over the limit, but I'm getting that lap. I think this is all we're going to be able to do, unfortunately. I've won 24.914. We've certainly spent a lot more time on this than I thought I would when we first jumped into it, but I think, yeah, that's all I'm going to be able to find in this one here today. 0.03 of a second off when all is said and done, unless, of course, we can find another improvement now. But, yeah, we've certainly learnt a lot about the F1 game again. Like I said, I sort of forgot about all the nuances and little things like that you really have to learn to try and get the most out of the car. I mean, I've got so much respect for the top esports drivers as well. The fact they can do it lap after lap, but yeah, that I think is unfortunately going to be it for us. Where does that actually leave us here on the rankings board? There are quite a few lap times that aren't legitimate as well, so maybe, just maybe, we might have actually snuck into the top 500 there. Yeah, 557th though, when all is said and done, is a huge improvement over our personal best at Prix. Now you can see we're still Colin at the top there on a 24.4. No idea how he's been able to find that time. But yeah, 300ths out of where I wanted to be when all is said and done. We are quicker than Limitless though, somehow. Not too sure how we managed that, but we will take it nonetheless. Thank you all so much for watching this video though. If you did enjoy, do make sure you leave a like, get yourself subscribed as well. Like I said, links to the charity will be down in the description below, obviously, if you guys do want to donate. And obviously remember as well to use the hashtags. All the information, like I said, will be down below. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and we will be back very, very soon with a new video. A big thank you to our channel members for making these videos possible. You can be featured in these end clips as well as granted access to some other exclusive perks for just £1 a month by clicking the join button below.